Powder Spring, Georgia. Powder Spring, Georgia. Right here. Downtown Powder Spring. New development, new welcome center. Everything is here for us in Powder Spring. I love Powder Spring because it's a different place to every place else I've been to. So I'm getting a different angle of Powder Spring today. Looking at the welcome center right there. And the new these are the new apartment buildings here in Powder Spring. They look nice. It's called Spring Gate apartment building here in Powder Spring. Spring Gate. This is I will say the sun is smacking my face, so I should see every wrinkle in my face today as I walk over here towards the bookstore in Powder Spring. It's good to take a different angle. I'm gonna take an angle from here of Powder Spring because I never had an angle from that area. So I'm about to take a different angle of Powder Spring Street today. Before I do that, I'm gonna switch it around to call this head call this place what? Liz by Design Photography, right here in Powder Spring. I was by appointment. This is a Monday. Liz by Design photography building right there. What I come out to do is actually get a chance to test this camera out that I pick up at a bargain price. I was surprised, thought something was wrong with it. It's a quiet day today, it's Sunday, and I never actually shot a picture from this angle. So I'm gonna try to shoot a picture from this angle of Powder Spring. It's a nice sunny day, and I'm the only one in the street, walking the street of Powder Spring, so it's interesting. Powder Spring, Georgia. I love this design here. I'm not sure what it's called. It's like a quilt type look here in this place. It's a quilt type design here in Powder Spring. So, like I said, I'm out here testing my HFS 20 Canon camcorder. This is how it functions and how it performs under these circumstances. Yeah, this is the other side of the city. Is called chestnut, skin chestnut here, and a root trading company here on this particular area. Seems like it's a little fancy restaurant, so I'm capturing the essence of it here on the what we call the perimeter of Powder Springs, Georgia. This is a perimeter of Powder Springs, Georgia, from the south side of there's a perimeter. So that's what it looks like from the south side. Yeah, that's what it looks like with my HFS 20. Looking at Powder Spring from the perimeter right here. It's going to be interesting to see how this shot comes out. Yeah, this is a perimeter of Powder Springs, Georgia. Interesting. Powder Springs, Georgia. Whatever you put down here, this roundabout here, roundabout right here on this side of the street, and I'll have to go back and capture that portion of Lewis Avenue here, going down the street, what we call Lewis Avenue, Lewis Road here in Powder Spring, called Lewis Road. This is Lewis Road here in Powder Spring. And here's our roundabout here in Powder Spring, Georgia. This is a new development here off of Murray Avenue. Place coming alive now. I don't know if that's good or what, but it's coming alive with new residents here. And the new residents here in Powder Spring, Georgia. New apartments, new complex, new people, new ideas, new surrounding in Powder Spring. Called the Spring Side apartment building here in Powder Spring. A lot of people seem to have moved in here. It's one of the oldest residents here on Murray Street. Said beware of the dog. Anyway, his peace and quiet seemed to be shattered that he was accustomed to here off of Murray Street. He has new resident. I'm not sure how he's gonna take that, but this is what he used to be right here in this corner by himself. Now the whole entire place is taken over with new resident, new apartment, new progress here in Powder Spring, Georgia. Again, here's the new buildings that I'm showcasing. It's what they look like from my vantage point. Yeah, that's what it looks like here from my vantage point here in Powder Spring, Georgia. New residents. And so they come out here and they become part of a new community here called the Skin Chestnut Brewing Company here in Powder Spring, Georgia. Well, that's enough for Powder Spring and the outskirts right now. Powder Spring, new development here on the corner of Chestnut. It's called a Root area here in Powder Spring, Georgia. They call this place Butner Place, Butner Street. Butner Street is an interesting place because it was on the south side of the city where most of the African Americans reside in this segregated town called Powder Spring. So after the Civil War, most of the African Americans didn't have no land, no dwelling place. So one of the entrepreneurs who came from a wealthy family, she decided to build some homes, and most of the people that she sold the house to was actually working as domestic servant or yard help in the aristocrat type hierarchy. Most of the people who was on the north side was aristocrat, and they occupied the north side of Powder Spring, and there was former slave holders and their offspring, merchants, and she decided that she was going to be the one to provide homes, not and sell them at a affordable price to her fellow citizen, because her father had made all the money off of them anyway. So she decided she was going to make some more money in a new era because they didn't have no home. So I find myself sitting on this cozy little bench here, quite reserved area, new area that was designated as a cove and a little circle and a cul-de-sac for the resident of this street called Butner Street. that's synonymous with the African American experience and where they dwell after the Civil War, because they didn't have no land, no home. And again, previously, so one of the wealthy merchant daughter constructs, I would say, over 100, maybe 75 homes, and sold them to the African American at a reasonable price. So this street is called Butner Boulevard, and I'm just here. It's quiet. It's a cul-de-sac. They have area for the kids to play. It's a dead end. But you know, every community, people move away. The elders may be still here, but the youngsters has moved away, went to college, went to the army. So those areas that was once hearing the kids play and run, no longer like that. And this is one of them. You don't see any youngsters out here utilizing these facilities. You don't see anyone out here in the street, but at least I haven't seen them. But I know there's some residents that still live in some of these homes here on Butner Boulevard. So that's what I'm showcasing today, Butner Boulevard, a place where African Americans reside after the Civil War on the south side of Powder Springs, Georgia. This is what some of the homes actually look like there. They still have a tall pine tree, still have the open yard. This is one of the biggest trees I've seen here. I'm not sure what the yellow stuff is next to it, but I'm gonna go over and investigate. And some people keep the yard up. This guy here seems like he's not interested in keeping his yard up, so it looks junky. But I'm gonna showcase that area there called Butner Street. This tree is a big tree, man. Seems like one of the original tree that was actually, I'm not sure what this thing is. Oh, it's a growth. Somebody may have sprayed that there, but I don't know. There's something that caught my eyes here on Butner Street. And things that caught my eye, I have a tendency for wanting to capture them, because anyway, like I said, this is Butner Street here, where most of our African Americans reside after the Civil War. I met a lady that used to live there. I don't know if she expired, but she was one of those ladies who make apple pie and sell them in the bars around here. I'm be part of a sign I call Butner Street here. I'm gonna walk up in here and then hope I can be captured seeing a sign said Butner Street here. And I'm gonna go back out and try to get a wide shot of this place called Butner Street here. Yeah, Butner Street here in the city of Powder Springs, Georgia, where most of African Americans reside here in this area here. The trees seem to be dying. Someone need to come and replant them. But anyway, this is Butner Street here in Powder Springs, Georgia. And it's an interesting place because it has a lot of history to it. You gotta understand it. Has a lot of history to it. So you have to understand it and be appreciative of what went on here, in a sense, even though it was nice for the lady to actually do that, but to force you to live in some place else, that in another locality, is one of the concept of segregation. And that's what happened in this city of Powder Springs back in the 18 and 1900 with a law called Jim Crow. But the people had a nice little home. When you see the other homes on the other side though, you'll understand why. These homes here was actually made out of these homes was actually frame houses. As you can see, they was made out of wood. On the other side of the street, it was made of face brick and brick itself, like that brick right there. But that's the whole concept of segregation in the Americas. You can't have equal, but you can't have the same thing that I have. And I'm gonna try to prevent you for some way from having it by kind of like regulating your movement or your opportunity to live a certain place. So that's what actually transpired here in Butner Boulevard, Powder Spring, Georgia. Yeah, Butner Boulevard, Powder Spring, Georgia. It's historic. Yes, historic. Historic by nature, by plan too. So we call this place Butner Boulevard. Look in this place here called Butner Boulevard. Again, like I said, this is where most of them live. Can't like zoom in on what some of the house looks like. Right there. The first one came to view. Right there. We keep up the house though, you know. They didn't let them run down, so maybe it's still some elders that live here, or offspring that didn't let the house run down. It's part of what we call Old Atlanta Road here in Powder Spring, Georgia. It's called Atlanta Road here, Powder Spring, Georgia. This is Atlanta Road in Powder Spring, Georgia. People here still have their stuff. Atlanta Road in Powder Spring, Georgia. It's one of the original homes. Seems to have had a lot of space. Churches in the distance. And this is the road here called Atlanta Road here in Powder Spring, Georgia. People seem like they like the design of Halloween here. I think that concept came from medieval Europe, either England or Scotland or Ireland. That's where the whole concept came from, called Halloween. I think it's devil worshippers too. That's what it is. Today is to capture old Powder Spring as I see it. And this is one of the streets called Atlanta Street here in Powder Spring, 4302. And if you want to say a particular area of Powder Spring, this is where you want to come on the south side of Powder Spring and see the historical perspective of Powder Spring. So I'm doing due diligence today in capturing our Powder Spring neighborhoods, original historical neighborhood here. And I'm trying to do diligence to capture them as I see it, from my eyes to your eyes. So this is Atlanta Street here in Powder Spring. Something about a big tree fascinates me right up there. Seems like it's one of the original trees in this neighborhood here. It's so big, and I don't think it's a pine tree. Must be an oak tree. because it grew up so big. Big tree here on Atlanta Road. A lot of big trees here because I guess they're the original trees that actually lined this street called Atlanta Street here in historical neighborhood of Powder Spring. It's unique in a sense, but it's different here. They call it small town America residential area. This is Old Town flavor Powder Spring, historical Powder Spring. And one thing I noticed today, what I noticed here is happening in these cities, people actually coming back and reclaiming the city. They're trying to live back in their historical aspects of the city where it was quiet and calm and peaceful. So a lot of people either buying the older homes and restoring them, or maybe the offspring of those generations who pass on coming back to the parents' home and rebuilding them, which is a good thing. So it's look at this house. I would think this one will be with a bungalow. That's like a early 1900 house here on this street with its marvelous trees with sun ray coming in between it. There had to be a flavor of knowing that you can come out on your porch and participate in all of this here around Powder Spring, Georgia. So again, people reclaiming the parents' property, but I'm in a quest today to understand the specific history of a small town Powder Spring, and I'm going through the small town of Powder Spring where most of the original inhabitants was living here, and they kind of have it preserved in such a way that you can come back and still see it. This is what it looks like here. How you doing, man?
Pretty good, how are you?
All right. So Powder Spring is something else that you need to come and see because it's a unique little city that symbolize small town flavor here in Powder Springs, Georgia. These are some nice little bungalow here on this street. Oh yeah, nice bungalow. Nice bungalow. Powder Spring historical perspective. So this is some of the nice homes they have off of Atlanta and Dillard Road here. Old Powder Spring, Georgia. With rolling pine trees and nice rolling hills. This is it, really. This is what it looks like here on this avenue called Dillard Street. If you continue this street, you go all the way down to another clean street. But that's what the homes look like here on this nice little boulevard here called Atlanta Road in Powder Springs, Georgia. It's quite a unique place to come and see. You will notice that the homes has sort of like a bungalow. Designed with a porch in them. All of them have a porch in them because I guess in down south that's how people used to come out on the porch and in the summertime. So it's no different. As I take my camera around, these are some of the newer homes right here. Brick ranch house back in the, I would say, the 60s and the 70s, where people started to build massive ranch houses right here in Powder Spring. And across the street here will be a nice bungalow house as a middle class type home. So that will be my quest of Powder Spring historical home here today. And I'll be heading out after capturing all this beauty here in Powder Spring, Georgia. Powder Spring, Georgia is unique. It's a unique place. Sprawling brick house here on Atlanta Road that's being showcased here in my quest for understanding historical Powder Spring here from my vantage point. Well, like I said, they still have their magnolia trees and pine trees and oak trees that still line this street. So again, historically, that's what I'm showcasing today. Showcasing Powder Spring historical homes here off of Atlanta Street in Georgia. Here's some of the original homes on the original estates here in Powder Spring, Georgia. Right here off of this street here in Powder Spring, Georgia. Yeah, I'm showcasing some of the homes here. Historical Powder Spring neighborhood. Off of Atlanta Street. Homes in Powder Spring, Georgia. Off of Atlanta Street. Original historical homes here in Powder Spring, Georgia. Here's some of the original bungalows. This one seemed to be old because it's street here in Georgia. This is what it looked like back then. This is where my story ends of historical Powder Springs, Georgia, showcasing the veterans monument here, Powder Springs, Georgia. I don't know if it's me, but I'm gonna run a test here and this thing here, and I'm using my Boya mic, and it seemed to be on spot, so I don't know. Let's see what it sounds like eventually. So. Yeah, 9890. Okay, let's see what kind of sound I got out of my Boya mic. It's kind of like hidden out of my clothes. Let me see if I can pull it out here a little bit. See if I have a different sound from it. So anyway, this is my Boya mic, and I'm zeroing in on it. So. It'll be interesting to see how we have an overcast, so I don't know how this photograph will come out, but anyway, I'm going to test it out here, utilizing my HV, Yeah, I want to see how the sound will come out with my Boya mic before I continue this project I'm on. Let's see how this exposure gonna come out here. I'm gonna walk down here in the middle of this field. The sun is teasing. Put my exposure back to zero. It's always been a good place to come and take a shot. So let's see how that stuff gonna sound like minus the wind noise. It's being activated now, so let's see how it comes out. I'm gonna walk down here in the midst of this field. I'm gonna step down here in the midst of this field. And the sun is shining bright right now. I'm gonna walk all the way over by the walk all the way over here. Lots of wear and tear of the grass, so we gotta restore this area. So there's a Hardy Family Automotive Amphitheater. This is where most of the concert is held, right here. So I'm taping with my my wind cancellation on, and I'm gonna walk back to my camera and see what's gonna happen with my noise cancellation. Okay. I'm gonna sort of like walk up here. I'm still waiting for the sun to come out. Still have an overcast day today, so when is the sun gonna come out? I'm not sure. But I have my wind noise cancellation on, so I will see how effective this thing is. So again, my noise cancellation is still on. The guy over there hammering, drilling, and it's interesting because they said that building gonna be finished sometime in this year, so it's gonna be a spectacular building there. I can't wait to see it finished. So like I said, I'm still waiting for the sun to come out so I can get a better perspective of my camera performance here. Okay, so I'm kind of switch my camera around, visualizing my yeah. I'm in the automatic mood here. Still have my wind noise cancellation still on. So I'm gonna walk over here and see what my whole feature look like. And I'm gonna take a shot. Still overcast, so I can't seem to get that shot of a good sunny day, so let's see. I'm gonna walk in right here, see what my shot look like in this beautiful little site here. I'm gonna step down. Supposed to be the Kitty's water fountain. There's no water going on today, so I'm gonna see exactly how I kind of like zoom into this fence, see if the fence gonna probably be picked up. It's a plastic fence, so let's see what the exposure look like from this angle here and my mic in the noise cancellation mode. Sun finally came out, so the sun is playing with me. So I gotta sort of like find a happy medium for this day as far as shooting video. Pinnacle. See if I can capture myself up in this pinnacle as I walk up here. They need this kind of grass down in there too. So again, it's the pinnacle of the nice recreational site here in Powder Springs, Georgia. Kids come down here with a piece of board on the glide, but what I'm interested in today is to nail my exposure on this camera. So but the weather ain't doing me no justice, so I'm trying to get this perfect shot, but the sun wanna come out when it want to, and then it don't want to come out. So let's see what's going on here with it. So I'm gonna still go ahead and take my shots anyway, because in spite of the overcast day, I still want to see how my shot comes out. Finally got the opportunity to, this is Powder Spring, Georgia. They have the dirt mound here for the youngsters to come and play with. They have their social area here, so if you come out, you want to read a book, if you want to come out with your children, you have seating area. So these grounds are fascinating. Just got to come out and use them here in Powder Spring, Georgia. So that's what I'm doing today, using the grounds. No chair or stake allowed on the artificial grass. So okay, with the overcast, it's what the grounds look like here from across the street. Nice immaculate park. It's called Thurman Park here. Nice immaculate grounds, so we can actually say this is a beautiful place to come and hang out. If you really want to come out and be part of this interesting place, come on down to Powder Spring City and be part of it. It's interesting, very much interesting, patriotic type photograph you can take right here in Powder Spring. It's overcast today, so I don't know. This is actually a new development. There's some apartment building right there in the midst of this thoroughfare here in Powder Spring. So again, if you want to take some nice pictures, you just come down here in this garden and reflect on the beauty of how whoever designed it, they designed it in such a beautiful way that you can take so many pictures here. I love it. I love what they did here. So I'm gonna move my camera around here to the entrance of this place. This is the entrance of it, and I'm gonna walk over here. I like whoever maintaining the place, how well they're maintaining it. So, and over there in the end is what we call the Marietta Road. So it would behoove me if I don't capture a portion of the Marietta Road over here and bring my camera around to this beautiful spot here. It's called Spa something, Spa Wag here in Powder Spring, Georgia. And this is the this is the entrance to the marquee here. So if I want to head out towards Marietta, this is where I want to go, you know. So in this particular section, it's called Spa Wag. So how you doing today?
How are you?
All right, are you from Powder Spring?
Yes.
Tell me about this beautiful place called Powder Springs.
Oh, can I do it? I have to go get my dog.
Oh, your dog. You're going to the Spa Wag.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, Spa Wag. So she's going into the Spa Wag here in Powder Springs, Georgia. I guess she's interested in her dog. So, if I can get a snapshot of this guy here. Where is he at? Right there. I'm showcasing Powder Spring and all its beautiful attributes in this little town here called Powder Springs, Georgia. Okay. Right, I'm using my HMC camera. Sunny day that I'm looking for. The sun just won't come out in my favor. Won't come out in my favor, so I have to opt for another day to come out and do this video shoot, because they are yes, I'm walking in the going out to we call 4048 Marietta Street. Right here, I'm entering the historical district of Marietta Street. This is what it looks like from here as I roll out here. So I'm gonna come back. I just can't get a happy moment where I can have the sun to have a full-blown test of this beautiful camera. So I gotta keep trying till I get it right. Yeah, this is a social area here. It's called the entrance to Marietta Street. They said, believe, faith, joy, be kind, hope, love, share, support. That's the motto of this emblem here on the wall here in Powder Springs, Georgia. So I'm gonna take a picture of it and see what it looks like. It said, the emblem here is fascinating. So I have to actually take a picture of it because the emblem there is fascinating in the background there. It said, believe, faith, support, love, share, hope, emotions, joy, belief. So it's a hand of all different people sharing in this community. And these emblem in the back of me, I got to capture it because I think it symbolizes the prince of the southern something. Okay, this is what we call the southern. They got this stuff from the Native American, and they adapt these pattern and a quilt. So you'll see them. It's an organization that goes all the way around the city, go all the way around Georgia and the South, promoting this type of what we call pattern that it got from a Native American. So this is what it is. I'm gonna turn my camera to the indigenous plant that I have here. These plants here are really nice looking. At least I think so. I think they're real nice looking right here. This is the low city here. Just when I think I caught my break here, it's still overcast. So anyway, I'm gonna do my best to capture Powder Spring Low City here, on the brinks of greatness. Powder Spring on the brinks of greatness here, with this thoroughfare around here in Powder Spring. So I enjoy all of this humidity that's here. I'm gonna switch my camera around on the outskirts of the city there and see if I can actually be part of it. See, it's part of this beauty. A lot of people come through here, but in actuality, it's called a roots trading place here in Powder Springs, Georgia. Switch your camera around to the roots. That's the Roots Trading Company. Is a company that was actually established here in Georgia as part of a distributor. It's a distributor of certain things, certain commodity here in this southern town. It's called a Roots Company. And right here it's called the whatever, I don't know, but it seemed interesting to me to want to take a picture of it. So I'm actually walking down the city here. It's the taste of Jamaica. Come in. The taste of Jamaica. The taste of Jamaica. That's interesting, because it's the taste of Jamaica. Sangster's Cafe is a taste of Jamaica. So the sun finally came out here, and I hope I get some justice in this photograph. The street called the new development. I'm not sure what it's called, but it seems like be a new development here across the street. And I'm not gonna get run over, but right here is new development of Powder Spring. I love this picture here. I love this side of Powder Spring. A lot of cars pass through here. A lot of them pass through here, but hardly any one of them stop. It's a beautiful little town, but it seems like nobody seems to stop. I don't know why they don't stop here, but it's a lot of humidity. So anyway, Powder Spring, Georgia. If you ever here, come to Powder Springs, Municipal Court, Turdman Spring Park, beautiful little park in there. But what catch my eyes was this landscape here that shows the beauty of Powder Spring here in my photograph here. Finally got a sunny day. Finally got a sunny day to test this camera out in this beautiful place. I'm standing here at the crest of Powder Spring. What is Powder Spring? So welcome to Powder Spring. Powder Spring has some distinctive historical sites. We have the Salco home up there. We have the new Hardy Amphitheater. And we have the downtown area. We also have a trail that goes across the Chattahoochee River. As you can see, it was actually established in 1838, and it's still going strong. So Powder Spring is someplace you want to come. You can ride your bicycle. It's said to get a spring in your step, meaning get on a bicycle, ride, and do some exercise here in this beautiful place called Powder Spring, Georgia. Down there is the heading out. Over here across the street is their new development. So I'm gonna spin my camera around. This is gonna be my last shot of this particular area here. So right here is across the street. It's what we call the new Springside. New Springside apartment buildings. It's located right here across the street. Livinginspringside.com. They have a nice upscale area. So this is gonna do it for me of Powder Spring today. And I think I got a good opportunity to, with the sun finally out, and shoot these videos here in Powder Spring, Georgia. I love the place. Come and see it. Yeah, come and see it. Powder Spring. Yeah, Powder Spring, Georgia. My place. Yeah. I finally got some perfect sunlight here. Finally got some perfect sunlight of this city, having a broad shot of what the city looks like from this angle. So the camera will perform how it's supposed to perform, because I'm gonna switch my my noise cancellation off and see what's the difference in this site. I want to hear some of the background noise. Construction is taking place, but I still want to hear some of the background noise. So this is it here in Powder Spring, Georgia. I'm gonna put back on my noise cancellation, because it seems like that guy actually out there intentionally wanna mess up my video, so I'm not gonna let him do it. So here's what downtown here look like. If you're walking through it, this is what it looks like. I'm gonna go back and do my little shots of the pool and of the amphitheater. But the rest of the pictures was with overcast. Today, finally got the sunlight shining in my face and doing me some justice here in Powder Springs, Georgia. Here are some of the rules and regulations. Let's see what's in Powder Springs. For safety and convenience ensure all users please adhere to the following guidelines, which meaning that you should actually normal operation hours from 6 to 10 p.m. And then you have no tobacco use is committed in this park. Age requirement 10 and above. No bottle, no glass containers allowed in here either. And then what you have here, no person willfully marking the surface in the figure. So this area has a standard. So I'm gonna turn my camera back in this area. And again, I'm so happy the sun came out, so I can get some true pictures, wide angle pictures of Powder Springs, Georgia. This is true wide angle pictures of Powder Springs amphitheater. Here's this guy got a big dog, one of those big dogs he has. So he's down here enjoying Powder Springs ground. Hope he have a scoop. Letting his dog piss all over the place too. So this is Powder Springs, Georgia. Yeah, he's not adhering to the rules at all, but sprawling, have all the place for myself today. And I finally get a chance to have the bright sunlight with no overcast in this particular site. So it's going to be interesting to see how nice this photograph will be depicted here in these on these ground here in Powder Springs, Georgia. People tend to come out here and bring their grandkids out and do all those beautiful things that normally people will do. So it's going to see how well the exposure comes out smack against this sun. And I'm walking towards Marietta Road. I'm coming back to Powder Springs, Georgia with my HC VX camera here in Powder Springs, Georgia. These are nice, immaculate grounds. That's why I'm so happy that I'm able to actually come out and actually utilizing the sunlight. But what I want to get is in here where people will come and launch and have a good time during the concert here in Powder Springs, Georgia. The Hardy Family Amphitheater. The Hardy Family Amphitheater. I'm walking down, and that young lady or whoever it is, she seems to come out on the green to soak up some of the sunlight with her loved one. I'm not sure why she want to expose her son or her child to that harsh sunlight, but that's her child, so who am I to say? That's where most people congregate with the loved ones, right in here on these grounds. I think what she's doing is trying to take a picture of a youngster, but I'm trying to capture Powder Spring as I see it from all the attribute, and then I heading out to another vineyard. I love this exposure here of Powder Spring. This is a neat exposure I'm capturing right here before I head out. I like the flavor of the whole entire small town atmosphere in this city. Like I said, it's a small town and it has all those attributes that you want to be part of. It has this area for the kiddies to play. They have the adults amphitheater section there, so this place come alive when they have some concert here. So I'm not gonna go around it anymore because I captured some of it with the overcast. So I like this shot. It's showcasing the amphitheater and it's showcasing the barrier around here. But the amphitheater come alive doing concert. They have several different type of concert: rhythm and blues, jazz, country, gospel. If you want a really good experience, you need to come out here in this little town called Powder Spring, Georgia. I have fun today showcasing Powder Spring, and I will showcase the what they call a Springside apartment complex that's sitting over there before I head out. We call this place here Springside Development. Springside new apartment in the heart of downtown Powder Spring. The concept here is that they want the people to come live here and shop here. Live here and enjoy their city. So it's a magnificent place to come. Feel the breeze. Nice cool breeze coming through this place. So ain't too much else I can say about one thing about it in this small town is that people tend to drive out here. I guess a lot of people working, so they're not utilizing all the amenity that the place has to offer. Some people come out, some people don't, but I guess I can understand why some people have to go to work to this Monday. But I'm not working, so that's why I'm not actually out there on this site. Okay, I guess we'll see what's going on. Anyway.